Hey everyone, I'm Keefer Fischer with 5 Star Real Estate, and today I want to cover a series on helping our sellers get their houses ready for market. There are a few things that our team will cover with you, and certainly I would always recommend having our team in so we can give you a custom plan. But let's talk about some of those highlights in this video. So this is going to be part one of a 3-part series. In this particular video, I want to talk about fixing those items that you have at the house that are in disrepair. So many of you put off projects for things that you know you really need to complete. Maybe you've got some holes in the wall. Maybe you have cabinets that are hanging off, downspouts that need to be put back on. So really simple things, let's get those nailed down and taken care of. For some of the larger projects, you know, if you've got a water issue, let's get that fixed. Buyers really are afraid of anything that deals with water leaks, water in basements, water's coming in from a chimney, pipes that are leaking. So water items, let's get those taken care of if you have the ability to do so. And then let's get a couple quotes for other larger repair items that you have. I always say a couple quotes because, as you know, quotes from repairmen are all over the board. So let's get a couple quotes on those and really discuss if you've got the funds to take care of those items. Let's talk case by case and see which ones I would have you fix now versus let's see if those are big items for a buyer to address. If we don't have the funds to take care of them, at least the quotes help us to understand where we need to be with negotiations. And maybe it comes down to, if it's a big item for a buyer, maybe we offer some of those funds in the way of concessions at closing, things like that. But having those quotes in hand ahead of time just help make sure that we don't have a buyer that over-exaggerates the cost for what those repair items might look like. The next thing I want to talk about is the home improvements that are going to bring you the best return for your investment. So, you know, I'm not talking about overhauling your home or doing a gut job here, but there are some really simple things that you can do that, you know, are small investment for big return, plus they're going to help you get your house sold faster. First, let's talk about curb appeal. The curb appeal is the first thing the buyer's going to see when they pull up to your home. Maybe you need to straighten your mailbox. Your house address numbers, paint them, replace them. They're pretty cheap and they give your house a fresh look. Some of you might even need to replace or paint your front door. Maybe painting shutters, freshening up the trim. And if you're lucky enough to sell when there's no snow, I would say, you know, freshen your mulch, pull out weeds, of course, mow your lawn, maybe plant some flowers and throw a nice front door mat just to welcome people. So let's talk about inside the house. Painting, I have found, is by far your best return on investment. But please, if you're not good at painting, do not paint the house yourself. I can always tell when I'm taking buyers through a homeowner that has tried to paint themselves because you've got wall color on your ceiling. So don't paint it yourself, hire it done. I've got some great professionals I can recommend to you. You know, you certainly don't want to be that house that when I leave with a buyer, the only way we can reference your house is because of the purple dining room or red dining room. So paint, paint, paint. I can't say it enough. The next thing to think about are, you know, brass really is one of those first things that a buyer will look at and feel like the house is outdated. So replacing simple things like door handles, cabinet hardware in your bathrooms and kitchen, and replacing outlet covers. Those are really inexpensive, and certainly after you've painted, you don't want to go put the old, you know, almond yellowed outlet covers back up. Get some fresh new white ones. Those are a really inexpensive way to make your home look great. The next item I would say would be lights. Lights really, when you walk into a room, the lighting fixture can really make a statement. It becomes that focal point. So, you know, we'll dress up your lights, and as far as the finish to use, you know, let me come through your home and make an assessment of which finish I think we should go for, because I'll take a look at the full picture, your hardware, faucets, things like that, and what really we need to do as far as finish. And then lastly, of course, everybody wants to know about kitchens and bathrooms. Kitchens and bathrooms sell a house. Everybody wants the sexy kitchen, right? But those are really expensive remodel jobs. But there are a few simpler, less expensive things that you might be able to do. What we would do is, I'll go through your kitchens and bathrooms. We're going to talk about the price range that your home will sell in, and then we'll talk about the competition and what they have, and where within your price range, based on those updates that you're going to do, where I think you'll sell and where you're going to get the best return for your investment. So there are some great things to focus on in this first video, and I know this can be an overwhelming process. Give our team a call. We've got you covered.